Okay, story time. When I first got in the business, I went through the Brian Buffini 100 Days to Greatness program. Incredibly old school method of writing personal notes and doing pop-by visits and handshakes and, giving gifts and things like that to really help people remember you in the real estate business. And so I made a point to ask every single person I talked to, think of how creepy this would be in today's age. I made it a point to ask everybody for their address. Believe it or not, more often than not, I got it. What I did was I would drop them a personal note thanking them for the conversation with a business card. And I had this sweet lady that was on in years, was living in a second floor apartment that had a tough time getting up and down the stairs, that got my note, and she thought it was a Christmas card. And she called me after receiving that note, was extremely moved, and she remembered the conversation. She told me she wanted me to be her realtor, and this was like one of the very first clients I ever worked with. And so I went out and showed her houses, and financing was a challenge. All the properties at that time that were in her price range that met her needs were bank foreclosures, and they were beat up, and they needed work, but she didn't have the means or the ability to fix anything. So it just really took a lot out of me. I had to spend money. I didn't make very much. It was a small price point. It was a bank foreclosure. It was actually an FHA loan that I had to make repairs to the property on my own in order for it to qualify for financing. But I was incredibly motivated to help this lady. Not just because she needed help, and that was a real motivating factor, but also because I just needed to prove to myself that I could get this done for her. Long story short, she was incredibly grateful, appreciative, and expressed her appreciation in a number of ways. What she didn't know was that her son had this job and his boss at his company was looking to buy a new home. Because I had done such a good job, they referred me this guy, and a $60,000 sale going above and beyond to make next to nothing led to what would be, for the first probably 5 years of my career, the highest sales price that I sold at, around $500,000, which was astronomical back then. What she also didn't know is that I was teetering on the need to maybe go get a job and not stay in real estate at the time. And that transaction that was referred to me is what saved me in my real estate business. We have the ability in this business to make an astronomical amount of money, almost no limit. And the opportunity for that only happens when you don't think about the money at all. You just help people, you meet them where they are. I've told that story a number of times to my agents to illustrate a point, which is just that when you focus on helping people, the money takes care of itself. And that's what real estate's all about.